Wrigley Field, H.A. Chapman Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's the Thunderbirds and the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Thunderbirds head coach. He is so thrilled with how they've been running the ball lately. The rushing offense in the top 10, but they are facing one of the toughest teams to run against in the country, a top 10 rushing defense. This is strength on strength. Should be a great battle today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Now the Thunderbirds offense will get the football first. And here comes the junior running back. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And it's the Thunderbirds want to move quickly.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Off-play action on first down. Here's the pressure. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They're dealing with a second and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires on the run. Pulls it in. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Thunderbirds look to keep this drive humming. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Tulsa's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. The run inside. It's Davis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's on target and complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Gets rid of it. And that one falls incomplete. And it's the Thunderbirds will try to convert on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches, and they didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They feed him again. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking the shot. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. The Golden Hurricane with a 2nd down play to open the period. Might as well stick with it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Deep shot for the end zone. Can't complete the long throw in the deep. On the ground with the counter. Open space at the 25. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Now on 1st down from the 30. Running inside. It's Jones. Maybe a crease. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And off to Jones. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with. They bring the punter onto the field now. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Here's the return. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to pass. It's Alford. He'll pull it down. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down and for 38. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. With the catch, it's Callaway. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Davis. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Floating away. Turning it on. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Pulls and fires complete.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Jackson will throw. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
They'll stop him short of the first down. It brings up 4th, but the defense doesn't have any timeouts and can't stop the clock. The Thunderbirds send out the punt unit. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Here we go. Hydro. Go.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Right down the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage.
Caught. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Alford. Big fella moving. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the number 3 team, the Oregon Ducks.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Got the first himself. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Callaway. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Right back to it. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Looking for a man. It's Alford. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Tulsa moved the chains by keeping it on the ground. They might go right back to it here. Might as well give it to him again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Nice pickup on the return, but more. They got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And here comes the punt team. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Davis. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Alford. The short hands, it's Singleton. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They go right back to him. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the crowd. Got a little grass. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Tulsa moved the chains by keeping it on the ground. They might go right back to it here. Run in the red zone. It's Davis. Makes a man miss. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackled there by the defense. Tulsa wasting no time. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And that's not going to be a 1st down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. Tulsa trying to pick up a 4th down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tulsa! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. This offense has it with really good field position. Run in the red zone, it's Jones. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Running inside, it's Davis. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Golden Hurricane! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And it's the Thunderbirds racing to the line in a hurry-up.
The long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage going tempo.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safe.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Golden Hurricane offense ready to get this drive underway. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give on the counter. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To throw, it's Alford. Got his man on the outside. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tulsa! And the punishment has been extended. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Bunch formation for these receivers. A quick pass to the left. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a catch and knocked down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Run inside. It's Jones. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Tulsa wasting no time. Back to throw. It's Alford. Rushes on him. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.